Let's watch Cruising. No. But it was just one of those things where I'm going, wait, when did this movie come out? Oh,
And
right.
it's one of those things too. I feel like I don't like to watch scary things, but if I start it, then I have to finish it because then you have to know how it ends.
Yes.
And so it's like one of those. It's like so bad, but you have to know what's going to happen. You can't walk away from it invested.
I'm glad I watch it for a few reasons. I worked with a director who had wound up playing his cover boyfriend in it.
Ooh.
So this guy's a director, but he was an actor for a long time. And this guy, Don Scardino, great guy. And he's so young. And to have seen when he was like, oh yeah, I used to act. And I go, what were you in? He goes, you ever see Cruising? And I went, whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It was crazy. I go, yes, you were the guy.
What else? Freaking, I mean, Andrew knows, but did he write this? Too, it's also a very weird thing, like to be inspired to write. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
anyone has written. I've written scripts. I've written a few comedies and full-length stuff, and it's like you sort of tear pages from your own life, and you go, oh, this would be funny. You know, you have these feelings like you go, I wrote a script with Jimmy once, and it was basically just going, Mary Kay Letourneau, the woman who had sex with her young kid, you know, whatever.
Yeah, the teacher, the hot,
right,
yeah.
right. And then you go, I don't know why you're putting a picture up that we don't care about, but just get the names of the movies that he directed and wrote, please. But anyway, you sit there and you go, wow, that woman was married to a guy. And then what was that guy's life like after this? Like, everyone talk about her and the kid.
Yes.
But that's a smaller town, and that people know who he is, and there's a husband somewhere, and what would that life be like? And then what would the life be like if he also taught at that same school in their town? I'm like, okay, now we have a movie. That guy's life. But it's not, what if that guy was gay and people were getting stabbed in a bathroom and he had to go gay? Dude, that's like a weird thought.
You're like, what correlation did the writer have with this in real life, you mean? Or was it just...
It's just it's a weird one to come. It's just, yeah.
What studio greenlit this?
That's kind of like the whole thing. You got,
is it somebody's son?
You got an A-lister.
Yeah, maybe.
Gerald Walker wrote it. But I would need to know other movies Gerald Walker wrote.
Cruising 2, Electric
things of that nature. Yeah, like
one movie.
One movie.
That's
This is
what
it.
that means.
He didn't write a movie about Fire Island?
No, he wrote Cruising 2 in the Pink. One of the stick, you know?
That's right.
No, I mean, that is crazy. You know what was crazy about this was the Cruising action figures.
Oh, I made the mistake of
All the
buying
bundles
those.
have come from Grip.
Yeah. He wrote one movie and
Wow.
And his one movie was a big Hollywood movie with Al Pacino and William Friedkin.
You know what's funny?
Directed, and then nothing.
The lighting on this, you don't adjust your eyes or the screen. That's how dark every scene is in the movie.
I wasn't sure if it was just the quality of the computer.
And by the way, it wasn't the time period. Like, you look at other movies from the 80s, that movie is just shot.
Xanadu was in the theater at the multiplex next door.
We're going to see a double feature.
We're going to go Xanadu, then we go Cruising.
That's the order, man.
Yeah, never go Cruising.
No,
and
never
then
go full
Xanadu.
Cruising, dude. You know.
Don't go full cruise.
You know.
Oh my God.
United Artists, one of the biggest companies at the time.
Huge.
Wow.
Produced by Jerry Weintraub.
Huge.
Whoa. Even I know that name.
How do we explain this? And then what happened to the guy who wrote it? Was it just such a weird movie that he could never do
you already
another
said
movie?
he probably died of AIDS 4 years later.
Well, he still could squeeze out another 2 movies.
Another 2 sequels.
Did
you know
this
the
guy
Cruising
die of
trilogy?
AIDS? Died in 2004.
Okay.
Probably not. Probably missed AIDS. And he had to go on to something or do something. Just
So maybe he wasn't somebody's son.
opened a daycare center in Encino in '87.
Well, I feel like this was a Pacino passion project. Because he was one of those guys who was doing, I mean, you know, I think he was trying to tell stories. Like, look at Scarface, which I think now is like a cult classic.
Right.
Now, but it's a pretty insane movie.
It is insane.
And then I think we just like sort of chalk it up as like, you know, Godfather, Scarface. Like, no. Those are not the same types of films.
Yeah, weird music, weird everything.
But cool.
Yeah, but
in
cool.
retrospect, very cool. But you got to think like that's not what's in fashion right now.
Right.
And like the sort of and also the crazy, like, you know, he's doing like a crazy voice.
Yeah.
And you're just sort of like the fashion. I watched it the other day again. I'm like, man,
The hair.
everything.
Everything.
It looks so cool. Like the film stock that it's shot on is gorgeous. The music weird and beautiful.
Yeah.
And then there's Cruising.
Yeah. So this guy who wrote Cruising, Andrew, nothing else after Cruising.
Wow.
Didn't go on to direct
Poor guy.
a few episodes of Friends or nothing.
I mean,
There's just
All
nothing.
he did was
Did nothing.
he did the L Word.
Yeah, did a few episodes.
Yeah,
One season of
his
the L Word.
The bandana sales through the roof. That was the popcorn bucket.
Also, it was kind of a weird. The premise of the scene was weird because he looks at the bandanas and goes, "Tell me about these."
Right. He
Which
doesn't
is
ask
like
of anything else in the place.
right, and also
What is the
he's
rest
like-
of the store?
Excuse me, dildos. I gotta get past you.
yeah, right. But there are bandanas, and people traditionally wear them on their head and they wipe the sweat off their brow with them. And like the bandana's been around for a long. Banditos would put them over their face to rob a bank.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't. Al Pacino wouldn't be confused. Like, what is this? Unless it was all just gay code, and he wanted the gay code. One IMDb acting credit
Oh.
for this guy
And what was it?
from 1962, so 18 years
Before this.
before that.
It was
And-
a Cruising
and-
short film.
No. I wonder if they went to Tom Cruise early for this on a kind of who's on first kind of situation. No, it's called Cruising. Right. Sure it is. That's
Yeah.
my name.
That's my name. I'll do
No.
it.
This is
He
different.
wasn't big enough yet. In
Right.
1980.
No. This is pre-risky business.
Oh, he missed it by like a year.
Was Risky Business before Cocktail?
Yes.
It was.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. It was that was Breakout, I
Man,
think.
he's kind of lucky that he didn't get pigeonholed into like that kind of character,
Yeah.
right?
It's amazing. His career is so incredible. He's picked like one or two duds. Like,
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Every other movie. And I know you love Days of Thunder.
Oh yeah.
Considered a dud, by the way.
Yeah.
And because his movies are so successful, it's just like, can that guy pick a script or what? Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah.
Or
It's-
Scientology can.
By the way, by the way, Scientology, if you're listening, and we know you are, help me pick scripts.
Yes.
Did you see Mission Impossible, by the way?
Not yet.
Is it good?
Impossible. It's so good.
Is it?
He's all the stuff when we talking about vehicles or whatever that he's doing, the plane sequence is unbelievable.
Yeah, I know. It's the story. I talked to someone. It's like, it was good, but it was just like the story wasn't really popping.
But you're not there for.
Okay.
By the way, who are you talking to that was there for the story?
Well,
Was it the guy who wrote Cruising?
there's such a thing.
There
you
wasn't
know,
a bandana scene. I didn't.
There's movies like Predator and stuff like that where they seem really way out there, but the story's really interesting.
I don't think the story was bad. Is my point.
It wasn't.
I don't. I think also Tom Cruise is so compelling. By the way, he's been in bad movies. This was not one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So Andrew, this person has not done a thing, wrote a thing, or done anything since Cruising. There's
Wow.
no credits.
Wow.
You just work with Universal, and you work with the biggest producers and the biggest actors. And you make a big budget film, and then
Whoa.
you just fall off the edge of the earth. There's just
I guess it
nothing.
didn't do that great for him.
No, it didn't do that great for him. But there's usually kind of coast to a stop a little. There's a couple.
He's like, no,
After-
I've reached the mountaintop.
So we would not know what this. We don't know if this person
We're so
opened
baffled.
a novelty store
By
at
the way,
Universal Studios.
This is the movie.
I want to know
Finding out what happened to the guy in Cruising.
to this guy.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So there's nothing. I guess, or just write nothing.
I'm looking up his obituary. It literally just says author of Cruising.
That's it.
Stop.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, so clearly he was still proud of it. If he wanted to include it in his obituary.
Well, but now you got a choice between Cruising and nothing.
No, 1962 is a short
Played
film,
a cop.
student film. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Cruising's author, Gerald, Walker, dead at 75. Even that's a weird one. Cruising,
Especially because there's a mouth above it empowering me
Yes.
with McDonald's.
Yeah. And
Because it's Pride Month.
it's
with
Pride
the
Month.
heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was 25 years after he wrote Cruising.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, he'll be missed. We'll take a break. Alicia Krause got some news,
Yep.
right? We'll do all that right after this. Chime. Love these guys. Yeah, it's a headache managing your finances these days. It's complicated. It didn't used to be so complicated. You said an ashtray filled with change. Now, oh boy. Chime understands that every dollar counts, and that's why when you set up a direct deposit through Chime, you get access to fee-free features like free overdraft coverage, getting you paid up to 2 days early with direct deposit, and more. Chime makes it so easy, even a hack like me can understand how to work it. Chime is banking done right. And you can open a checking account with no monthly fees and no maintenance fees. And with qualifying direct deposits, you're eligible for free overdraft up to $200 on debit card purchases and cash withdrawal. To date, Chime has spotted members over 30 billion with a B dollars. Am I right, Dawson?
Work on your financial goals through Chime today. Open an account in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Stop, because it's derogatory towards gypsies.
Gypsies, yeah.
I think in that department, you can probably still get away with paddy wagon,
You probably,
and
yeah.
you can get away with jerry-rigged, which is German.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Anything involving the Germans,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, screw those guys. We can
Well,
make fun of them.
also, there is a kind of a weird thing that they don't really. There's a rule which is like you go, all right, who are the minorities in this country? And you go, like, okay, you got black, okay, that's 13% of the country there. Then you got Hispanic, that's 31% of the country there. What about Asian? They're 4%. No, they're not written. Well, but I thought we're talking about minorities here. There's less than half. They're less than half of. Yeah, I know they're doing good.
But have you seen how well they're doing?
Yeah, they're kicking ass. So leave them alone.
They're 1%.
They're not really.
Yeah.
You go to UCLA. Walk around.
Remember how brief the Stop Asian Hate campaign was?
Yeah. Well, they don't
Like-
want it. I'll tell you why the Asians flourish here. And so you kind of go, well, look, is this offensive or is this not offensive? And you go, well, how are they doing? Well, Germany. What they got? They got Porsche, Audi, BMW. They're